Salutations, it's your old pal Revenge Creature, and welcome to just a quick episode of Mail Call, which actually is going to be at the end of the episode because first I want to show you 3 things that I picked up today at the flea market. The first is this really cool Ghostbusters Stay Puft guy. I'm not sure what... He's made out of a squishy thing. I don't know if he's like a stress reliever or what. I'm definitely not going to use him for that. There's no date on it. But I'm assuming just because of all the other items that person has, this is probably vintage. It may be from between part 1 and part 2. But that's pretty cool. I'm going to set him over here. The next item I got is, this is awesome, Batman cereal box. This is 1989 Ralston Purina. It's new, as you can tell. Of course, it's not new anymore. New. And there's your nutritional facts. And there's a little history of Batman. And the bottom is just that. And there is the top. Well, it was right the first time. So this was only $2. And there's cereal's not in here, but this is so freaking cool. I was obsessed with this movie when it came out. Let me tell you. I got a job at the movie theater because I found out you could watch movies for free. And I saw this thing 27 times, I want to say. Yeah. And then, of course, I bought it. It was one of the first VHS sell-through at $19.99. Bought it at Kmart. And that Kmart recently closed. So, ominous Nabisco. And the last thing I want to show before I get to mail call is I mentioned this the other day in a video. This is the Dukes of Hazzard TV tray that I got. And I think it's interesting how they cropped in the cleavage here. I mean, not that I have a problem with cleavage, but, I'm just saying, this is a kid's TV tray, right? So anyway, there you go. And I'm sure anyway, I'm not even going to get into that thing. Dukes of Hazzard's fine. Leave it alone. And here's the mail call. It's this box. It's not from Amazon. It wasn't taped very well either. That's not cool. Well, anyway, so I'm opening a box that wasn't taped very cool. Your feedback will be less than stellar. As long as the items are okay, though, I really don't care. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, these were the final 2 figures that I needed to complete a set. And these were the 2 hardest ones to find, so I didn't want to risk missing them at retail. I know wave 1 of these things have stopped shipping a while back. So it's the 40th anniversary Star Wars 6-inch Black Series, the Stormtrooper, and the Tusken Raider. And this is the first time they've made this figure in 6-inch. So, oh my gosh, cloth goods on that cape. This is awesome. This is a really great figure. He's actually coming out in another... Ew. Great. Anthrax. That's awesome. Well, folks, it was good knowing you. I hope you subscribe when you have the chance. And, keep the legend alive. This is covered in some kind of thin white, almost like sand. Well, I guess it makes sense now. What a silly goose. I just devalued my own toy. This thing was mint, and then I wiped off all the sand. What a dingo. And then I probably wiped it onto the... No, the Stormtrooper's fine. And then there's the Stormtrooper, and this has been released a few times. I've got that one. There's a blue box. Anyway, yeah, and then I need to show... I need to put a video of these, or at least a picture on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, it's @dashing_skull. And that's where all these... I'll post pictures of toys that you don't get to see on YouTube because, I'm very random about making these videos. I just got home from work and was really pumped knowing these were here. And that I recently picked up Chewie and the Jawa and the Death Squad Commander and... Chewie and the Death... I guess I got those. Yeah, because I already had C-3PO recently. And anyway, now I've got them all. Except the Luke. And I haven't looked at the eBay prices on him, so... Plus, it's totally different. I think it has like a foil. This, it's silver or something. So it doesn't really fit the aesthetic if you were just, to display them all carded. And I am, because to me, that's the point of this particular series. And I know people that have I don't know, or maybe I do know, people that have opened these and displayed them, and that's fine. But you can get these same figures like for retail for most of them, 20, maybe $30. And these things are going to go up in value, and I wouldn't have opened them. Not that I keep stuff for value's sake, but I will keep these in the package because this is probably the closest I'm going to get for a while to having a full set of the original 12 on the card. So anyway, there's just a quick look at 2 of the things I got today, plus the mail call. And I've really got a stack of stuff over here. I picked up 2 more Transformers yesterday. I really need to get to this Transformers video, and you can expect that pretty soon. Also, I've recently made a guest appearance on the Joe on Joe podcast. If you listen to that, or if you don't, you should. If you're a fan of anything that I do videos on, you should be subscribing to this podcast. Each episode, Joe will talk about Joe, one episode. And the episode we discussed was Sync to Montana. And there's a cat outside the window. Anyway, and so you should really subscribe to that. Check out my guest spot. I just started my own podcast, solo project. Only the intro episode is up, but you can find it on SoundCloud. No, Podbean. And it's called Doing Speed, a Speed Racer podcast. And basically, I'm going to look at each episode of the show will be about one episode of Speed Racer, and that's kind of cool. I'm just starting that, and we've got the Nerd Invasion podcast that I do with Dave, and we've got our 4 episodes up, so you can find that in a playlist on this channel, Revenge Creature Reviews. And let's see what else is brewing. It looks like it's going to storm here pretty soon, and there's the neighborhood black cat just walked outside the window, so gird your loins, all right, folks? It's going to be a bumpy one. So thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, share, leave me a comment. You can find me on Instagram, like I said, that's @dashing_skull. Twitter's also @dashing_skull. Revenge Creature Reviews, and Doing Speed, a Speed Racer podcast, Nerd Invasion podcast. We'll see you later. OSQUINOXO.